Leading up top of the first for Wallace Dothan, number 2, shortstop, Kason Eubanks.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It is the third game of the day. And Wallace Dothan takes on Bishop State. This will begin the process of whittling away teams. And the original field of 6 by the end of tonight will be down to 4. Kason Eubanks with a single into center field. In comes with a base runner on as Sean Darnell makes his way to the plate. Governors have Kason Eubanks leading it off. Sean Darnell, the 2-hitter. Brody Capps in the 3 spot. Warwick Wilmot batting 4th. Grayson Ash 5th. Ray Jordan is the DH hitting 6th. Ellis Yon 7th. Logan Johnson in the 8th spot, and Jake Smith will bat 9th. All facing Caleb Sanders getting the start for Bishop State. Ethan Miller's behind the plate. Parker Giglio at first. Over to first with the throw, and safely back goes Eubanks. Kyle Hip at second. Shortstop is A.J. Anderson. Third baseman Brandon Davis. And that'll hop past Hip. On his way to third, Eubanks. And their runners on the corners. Outfield for the Wildcats, Vinny Bazio in left, center fielder Jet Wolf, and Rashad Robinson in right. A couple of base runners on quickly. Outside with a pitch to Brody Capps. Teams got here by losing. Wallace Dothan to Coastal Alabama North 5-3. Bishop State to Central Alabama 12-2. And on virtue of the 0-1 records, somebody will go home 0-2. Somebody will go 1-1 and advance to a 2 o'clock game tomorrow. Fouled away by Capps. And tomorrow a 3-game slate. Games at 11, 2, and 5. 2-2 pitch. A little bit inside. Count runs to 3-2 on Brody Capps. Warwick Wilmot moving to the on-deck circle. In an opening game today, 7 base hits for Wallace Dothan. On the corner, runners and now runners everywhere as the walk is issued to Capps.
And the bases are loaded for number 44, first baseman Warwick Wilmot.
Warwick Wilmot with the bases full. Wilmot earlier today, 5 trips to the plate, hit once, got a walk, and otherwise went 0 for 3. Floats this one in the direction of center field, and trotting in to make the catch is Jet Wolf, tagging from third to score is Eubanks.
Eubanks tags up and scores the first run for the Gulls. Now your batter's number 7, catcher Grayson.
So Eubanks becoming the first run of the ball game. Wilmot the first out. Still a couple of base runners on for Grayson Ash. Ash had a sac fly in the first inning of the first ball game for Wallace Dothan. Outside with the first pitch to Ash. Ray Jordan on deck. Jordan, the starting pitcher in the first game today for the Govs. 1-0 pitch. Fouled off of Ash. Common denominator between the two is the loss. Bishop State losing yesterday. Wallace Dothan losing this morning. Count even in 1 on Ash. A little bit outside, the count 2-1. Winner of this one's got the winner of Enterprise State and LBW, the last game of the day. And those two teams meet tomorrow. Ground towards Davis. He's trying to get to third and does. Just ahead of the arrival of Darnell.
Number 19, designated hitter, Reed.
Still 2 on, now 2 gone. And Ray Jordan coming to the plate. As I mentioned, Jordan, the starting pitcher in the opening game. And in that game, worked a total of 4 and a third innings, facing 25. 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 9 hits, allowing 3 runs. His first at-bat of the game comes in this one. On the season, 32 trips to the plate. Hitting .313 with a home run and 8 RBIs. Ellis Yawn on deck. 0-1 Caleb Sanders pitch. A little bit outside. One offering, Jordan fouling it back, out of play. And if you were Bishop State, you consider it a moral victory if you can limit Wallace Dothan to a run with the bases loaded and nobody out initially. Now 2 gone and 2 on. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Jordan goes down. A single runs plate. We go to the bottom of the first with the top of the order due up for the Wildcats.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
1-zip ball game. Jet Wolf starting off in the bottom of the first for Bishop State. Flies it to right, but into the bullpen and out of play. Chase given by Brody Capps. Looks like he might have a chance to go and get it. But it will sail into the pin. Jet Wolf, the one-hitter. Brandon Davis hitting second. Ethan Miller third. Reed Wilson is the 4 guy. Kyle Hipp in the 5 spot. Rashawn Robinson hitting 6th. A.J. Anderson 7th. Vinny Bazio. He's the 8 guy, and Parker Giglio will bat 9th. Dewey Brock getting the start on the bump for Wallace Dothan. Grayson Ash behind the plate. Warwick Wilmot is the first baseman. Shot into center field, and on is Jet Wolf with a leadoff single. So the Wildcats with a base runner on. Brandon Davis coming to the plate. Grayson Ash behind the plate defensively for Wallace Dothan. Warwick Wilmot at first. Jake Smith at second. Shortstop is Kason Eubanks. And the third baseman, Sean Darnell. Got an outfield of Ellis Yawn in left. Logan Johnson in center. Brody Capps in right. Nothing in 1 the count on Davis. And 0-2 as that one is fouled away. 1-6. Meeting in the first elimination game. 1 seed and the 6th seed. Stays 0-2 on Davis. And hit by the pitch is Davis. He'll make the trip down to first. So a couple of base runners on for Ethan Miller. And Bishop State poised to respond immediately to the runs that plated in the top part of the inning, or the run that plated. Kason Eubanks coming in, 2 runners stranded. But the runner that could tie it up is at second. Ethan Miller followed by Reed Wilson. Strike delivered on the outside part of the plate. Miller showing bunt. Third of 4 games to be played today. 1 more to go. Enterprise State and LBW in the last of your Friday elimination games. Punting towards third. Scooped up by Darnell. Goes to first. Miller sacrifice, moving Wolf to third. Davis to second. And here's that key at bat. Reed Wilson, the DH. Played a lot of first. Played a little catching during the course of the season. Thus far this weekend here has been used as the DH. Kyle Hipp on deck. Jan Johnson and Smith in the top of the second for Wallace Dothan. But Bishop State hoping to at least tie, maybe take the lead before heading there. That is hit towards right field, and it's up against the wall. Wolf's in. Davis in. Bishop State takes the lead. So Reed Wilson steps to the plate, drives it all the way to the wall, 325 feet away. Drives in Wolf and Davis, and the Wildcats take the lead. Low pitch to Kyle Hip. Rashad Robinson on deck. One offering to him. Rashad Robinson awaiting his chance next. The only out. Here in the bottom of the first, the sacrifice. Here's the 3-0 pitch from Brock. Low and away, and on with a walk is Kyle Hip. So a couple of base runners on, and coach doing what coaches don't like to have to do. Come out to the bump very early in the ball game and talk to the starting pitcher, Dewey Brock. He has faced 5, and the only out was the sacrifice from Ethan Miller. Otherwise, a single, a hit batsman, a double, and a wall. Conversation over. Dewey Brock, the right-hander from Bainbridge, Georgia. Facing Rashad Robinson. A.J. Anderson to the on-deck circle. It is punting towards third. Darnell scoops it, fires it, gets the out. Another sacrifice as Wilson goes to third, Hip to second.
Shortstop number 2, A.J. Anderson.
2 gone for A.J. Anderson. Vinny Bosio to the on-deck circle. 7 Wildcats to the plate thus far in the bottom of the first. There's a base rap into left field. Wilson in. Hip told to go on home. He'll score. 3-run Wildcat lead. So the Wildcats indeed responding to the Gov run in the top part of the inning. Got a runner in first, Vinny Bosio to the plate. Bishop State, their first visit here to Oxford. Last year went 0-2. And then, of course, losing yesterday to Central Alabama. They want to win at Oxford. And have put together an impressive first, but as you know, there are a lot of innings left to play. But if you're the Wildcats, you like your start. Nothing in 2 on Bosio. A.J. Anderson, 19 stolen bases this year. So he is definitely a threat to go. Slowly rolled towards Smith at second. We'll go to first again, Bosio, but the Wildcats will score 4 and take a 3-run lead into the second.
University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Decades of experience in distance learning. Empowering students of all ages. More than 90 degree and certificate programs to advance your career. UA Online. Flexible, affordable, legendary. Let your computer be your campus. Visit online.ua.edu.
Here we go. Leading off the top of the second inning for the Gulls, number 5 left fielder Ellis Young.
Top of the second, Ellis Young will start it. Logan Johnson and Jake Smith due up in the inning 2. Count goes even at 1. Caleb Sanders left the hill in the first, down by 1. Steps up onto the hill in the second, up by 3. There's a leadoff single from Ellis Young.
Ellis Young on the hit. That brings up center fielder number 3, Logan Johnson.
A common theme through the prior 4 games has been the number of hits. Both teams combined for at least 21 in all 4 prior games, and judging by the hits early in this one, we may be headed that direction again. Both teams with 3. Jake Smith on deck. The pitch to Logan Johnson is high. Two-0 pitch. It is too low. Count goes to 3-0 on Johnson. Caleb Sanders, 22 regular season walks. The left-hander made 11 appearances prior to today, all as a starter. 5-5 with a couple of complete games. 53 and a third innings of work. 63 hits given up, 42 runs, 28 earned. I mentioned the 22 walks and the 30 strikeouts. 2 home runs allowed, a 4.73 ERA. Here's the payoff pitch to Johnson. Got him on the inside part of the plate. Two Sanders strikeouts in the game. And 2 out of the last 3. Fanned by the Wildcat pitcher. Jake Smith to the plate. Top of the order, Kason Eubanks on deck. Bunted back towards Sanders. Came off quickly. Threw it into the dirt, though, and on will be Smith. Well, Sanders came off the bump quickly. It looked like he might have an opportunity to get to that one, but instead, Smith able to get on. Top of the order, Case and Eubanks. And that is going to be charged, by the way, as an error that got Smith on. That is an E1. A little bit outside with a 2-0 to Eubanks. Eubanks with a single in the first. Sean Darnell moving to the on-deck circle. Caleb Sanders pitch. Reminiscent of the Logan Johnson at bat when it went 3-0, and then Sanders eventually got Johnson. 3-1 pitch, and it's full on Eubanks. Three balls, couple of strikes, 2 runners aboard. A little bit outside with a pitch.
Eubanks draws a walk and loads the bases for number 17, third baseman, Sean Darnell.
Second consecutive inning, it's been loaded for the Govs. Loaded it with nobody out in the first, loaded with 1 gone in the second. Sean Darnell stepping in. Darnell with a knack of getting aboard today. In the opening game, doubled, reached on an error, reached on a walk, reached as a hit batsman. And will get away from Miller, but runner's not moving. And then Miller, thinking they were moving, throws it to where he thought his teammates would be, and Jan will come in.
On the pass ball.
Well, let's see if we can pick up what the conversation might be about. Well, I am seeing nothing that would pique my interest, but obviously there was something that piqued James Hattenstein's interest. I'm wondering if maybe they thought it hit Sean Darnell. Jan comes in, makes it a 4-2 game. Smith goes to third and Eubanks to second. Two-one pitch on the outside part of the plate to Darnell. Parker Giglio will start off the bottom of the second for Bishop State. 2-2 pitch. In towards center field. Jet Wolf there. Makes the catch. Tagging is Smith. And he will score from third.
Now you find his right fielder, number 4, Brody Katz.
Eubanks stays at second. It's a one-run game. Brody Capps with a walk. Got left at second in the first inning. A little high with the offering to Caps. And a shot into right field. It's a base hit. Eubanks given the green light. Throw to the plate. Miller got it. Lead is preserved. We are going to the bottom of the second in a 4-3 game. We head to the bottom of the second, bottom of the order for Bishop State. Wallace Dothan appealing the call at the plate. Coach Eiling came out and discussed. Apparently was not particularly pleased with the decision to call Eubanks out. Eubanks apparently okay though. Sat around home plate for a bit, but gets up and goes to his position at short. First pitch, backhanded by Smith at second. Goes to first, and Parker Giglio out on the 4-3. Going back to that play, by the way, that brought it into the top part of the second, the tag out at the plate of Eubanks by Miller. And Coach Eiling with a rather lengthy discussion with the official, not seeing it as a Eubanks out, but a Eubanks run. Jed Wolf with a single in the first. Count goes to 2-1. Brandon Davis on deck. Wilmot, Ash, and Jordan when you get to the third for Wallace Dothan. 3-1 pitch, too high, and Wolf will walk to first. Dewey Brock's second walk.
Third baseman, number 6, Brandon Davis.
Brandon Davis coming to the plate. Davis hit by a pitch and scored a run in the first. Ethan Miller on deck. Possibility of 2. There's the 4-6, and there is the 3. Davis hitting into the DP. And the walk is negated. We've played 2. And the Wildcats lead by 1.
Sports fans. We pack stadiums, arenas, and local gyms every day. And every sports fan is uniquely human. Seeing each play with your own eyes, triggering your own emotions. And as humans, we won't agree on every call, but we can act with empathy and consideration. So put yourself in the official shoes. Be more than a fan. Be officially human.
Top of the third, Warwick Wilmot starts it, had a sack fly in the first, then brought in Kason Eubanks and accounted for the game's first run. Way outside from Sanders. Tomorrow we are getting a better look at what will happen. 11 o'clock, we know Coastal Alabama North and Central Alabama tangle. 2 o'clock, the winners of these two games, as that one will drop beyond the dugout at third. And then at 5 o'clock tomorrow, loser of the Coyote Trojan matchup taking on the winner of that 2 p.m. game. Base hit into right field, 5th hit of the game for the Governors.
Base hit for Wilmot. That brings up your catcher, number 7, Grayson Ash.
Base runner on for Grayson Ash. Ash ground out to third in the first. Rick Jordan moving to the on-deck circle, high with the first pitch to Ash. Wildcats in the third have 3, 4, and 5 coming to the plate. A little bit outside with the offering, 2-0. Three outside of the strike zone to Ash, and so is the fourth one. And Sanders has done that once per inning. Caps in the first walk, Eubanks in the second, and now Ash given a walk in the third. And coach coming out to have a conversation with the starting pitcher. Wilmot got on with a single. He's at second. Ash got on with a walk. And he is at first. .538 on a Friday, soon to be evening, here in Oxford, Alabama. .80 degrees after hitting 83 earlier. And that forecast, which is ever changing, still doesn't mention any rain soon, but now instead of a week from today, it's on Tuesday. And still got those south-southeast winds 9 to 18 miles an hour. Got the American flag hoisted by the fire truck over beyond left. It's popped up. Giglio can't get to it from first. But it is blowing pretty well in the breeze. And at the moment, kind of a right to left motion. Jordan struck out in the first. Miller, Wilson, and Hip when you get to the bottom part of the inning. Bunt laid down. Good one. And it's loaded. Third consecutive inning. Wallace Dothan has loaded the bases.
Now your batter's left fielder, number 5, Ellis Yon.
Ellis Yon with a single in the second, coming to the plate in the third. That will hop in the dirt, go to the screen. We're tied at 4. Ellis Yon singled and scored a run in the second inning. Wallace Dothan took the first inning lead. Wildcats got their first lead in the bottom of the first. Then the Govs battled back, a couple of runs in the second. And tie it up with a run in the third. That is floated in the direction of center field. Jet Wolf, relatively shallow, and he'll make a strong throw, convincing Ash to stay at third.
Now your batter's number 3, Logan Johnson.
Logan Johnson struck out looking in the second, one of 2 Caleb Sanders Ks. Back to the screen from Logan Johnson. Oh, 1 pitch. It is low and away. Jake Smith on deck. One pitch over the head of Logan Johnson. Go ahead running third. Another runner in second, one away here in the top part of the third. Three and 1. And there is activity throwing in the Bishop State pen. I can't see around the corner of the dugout to tell you who is getting the tosses in. Walk given to Johnson, loaded again.
Johnson's walk and loads the bases for number 25, second baseman Jake Smith.
Jake Smith singled, scored a run in the second. Strike delivered to the 9-hitter. Cason Eubanks moving to the on-deck circle. Jake Smith, a .304 hitter on the year. Pops this one up on the infield. And Hip will come over from second to make the catch and get the second out.
Back to the top of the lineup with number 2, shortstop, Kason Eubanks.
Back to the top of the order, Kason Eubanks. A single and a walk for Eubanks. Sean Darnell on deck. First pitch, just a nudge high for ball 1. One-0 offering. Got the outside part of the plate. Eubanks more at-bats than any other Gov, 171 coming into the week. Couple of strikes on Eubanks. Number 2 on the team in Ks, 30 strikeouts for Eubanks. Wilmot is the only Gov who has struck out more. And Eubanks grimacing, maybe still feeling the effects of that tag out at home plate in the second inning. One-two pitch to Eubanks. A little bit low. And some Wildcat fans thinking that was a K. Some Governor fans thinking the umpire finally got it right. 2-2 offering. Same spot. And it is 3-2. Payoff pitch. That is floated over the head of him. Ash is in. Jordan is in. 2 RBIs on the Kason Eubanks single. Johnson to third. And the Gums take a 6-4 lead. Sean Darnell, a single and a sacrifice, an RBI. I mentioned the prior trip to the plate for Darnell. He just hasn't been out much. And he's got a base hit here. A single that drives in another run. Johnson scores and Eubanks to third. And that is going to be it for Caleb Sanders. He will leave needing one more out in the bottom, make that the top of the third.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Game your batter is right fielder number 4, Brody Caps.
Brent Nix is the new pitcher. 1-2 on the year with 5 saves, and got 1 start and finished that 1 start. 1 complete game, 26 innings worked, 18 hits given up, 5 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, 11 strikeouts. 1 home run allowed, a 1.38 ERA. Caleb Sanders works 2 2/3. Faces 20, strikes out 2, walks 4, gives up 8 hits. He has allowed 7 runs and is responsible for the 2 runners that are on. As Brody Caps will hit, representing the 9th hitter in the inning for Wallace Dothan. 3-1 pitch. And it is full at 3-2. Caps with a walk and a single. Walked in the first, singled in the second. And the guy who started off the inning, Warwick Wilmot, has moved to the on-deck circle. Payoff pitch, and we'll get another as that one is fouled off. Darnell back to first, Eubanks back to third. Sun heading west, Vinny Bazio in left. Shielding his eyes with his mitt despite putting those shades in good use. That is in the direction of Bazio. Eubanks will score. Darnell goes to third. Caps with a double.
And he brings back around first baseman number 44, Warwick Wilmot.
And Warwick Wilmot back to the plate. Wilmot with a sacrifice and a single, a run scored. And in this inning has already singled. That is hit well towards right field. But you got a guy that can cover a lot of ground, Rashad Robinson. Able to get to it near the foul line, and out will go Wilmot. 2 are stranded, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will score.
On the bottom of the third for the Wildcats, number 13 catcher, Ethan Miller.
And don't forget, follow us Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. And a reminder that we would love, simply be delighted if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're hoping to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the weekend. Still need about 90 to get there. So if you're like, why not? I mean, I can let it alert me when games begin. I don't have to sit there and wait. Games don't start on time. The only one that has today is the 10 o'clock game. And nothing since has started on time. Well, that's something you can fix on YouTube. Conversations with players, coaches, and more available too. Leadoff hitter in the bottom of the third, wrapped over towards Eubanks. It's short. Fields and whips it to first, and out will go Miller for out number 1.
For out 1. Designated hitter, number 9, Reed Wilson.
Reed Wilson had a 2 RBI double in the first. Back to the plate here in the third. I'm telling you who has become the most comfortable in Gov, at least compared to earlier in the game, and that is Dewey Brock. Brock giving up those 4 runs in the first, but hasn't given up a run since, and he's seen his teammates score 7 since. So a not particularly comfortable 3-run deficit has become a much more enjoyable 4-run lead for Dewey Brock. One-two pitch to Wilson. Hit to center field, backtracking and watching it sail up against the wall. with Wilson on his way to second for his second double of the game.
And now your batter's number 10, second baseman Kyle Hip.
Kyle Hip to the plate. Hip with a walk and a run scored in the first. Rashawn Robinson on deck. Into the strike zone with the opening pitch to Hip. Dewey Brock on the year, 48 and the third innings of work. 10 starts, 7-1 with a save and a complete game. 52 hits given up. 20 runs, 17 earned. 15 walks, 39 strikeouts, 3 home runs. A 3.17 ERA. Low and away with a pitch to Hip. One-two offering. And that'll be floated into left field. Wilson told to turn, and he will score. Hip drives him in, makes it a 8-5 ball game. Rashawn Robinson to the plate. Robinson with the sacrifice in the first. To the plate with a base runner at first and a run in the third. That's a base hit to left field. A couple of base runners on as A.J. Anderson makes his way to the plate. Vinny Pazio on deck. Back-to-back base hits from Bishop State. Turns it into an 8-5 game with the tying run at the plate in the form of A.J. Anderson. A little bit low and outside, 2-0. Anderson drove in a couple of runs with a single in the first. Roll to Eubanks, 2 gone. On the double play that goes 6, 4, and 3. 1 runner is stranded, 1 runner is in. 3-run ball game, headed to the 4th.
Sports fans, we cheer on our favorite teams at fields, gyms, arenas, and stadiums. But have you ever wondered what it's like to be a referee? Verbal abuse, from fans, parents, and coaches is the #1 reason why many referees are walking away. And they're not being replaced quickly enough by new ones. So put yourself in the official shoes, act with respect, and be officially human.
Leading off the top of the fourth for the Govs, catcher number 7, Grayson Ash.
Top of the fourth, Grayson Ash will start it. Ray Jordan and Ellis Yawn due up in the inning 2. Wildcats will take a run off that lead with a 1-run bottom of the 3rd. Base hit into left field. Leadoff single for Grayson Ash.
Grayson Ash on the leadoff single brings up number 19, designated hitter Reed Jordan.
Govs have loaded the bases in each of the 3 prior innings. And have got a runner aboard to begin the 4th. With Ray Jordan coming to the plate. Ellishian on deck. Jordan with a single and a strikeout. As I mentioned, pitched the opening game, DH in this one. Win and you're still in. As a matter of fact, you are into the Final 4. And already we've got 2 of the Final 4 slots determined. At least from the standpoint of who is in. Coastal North, Central Alabama, their Final 4 teams. There are 2 more spots in the Final 4, and they will be decided tonight. 1 and 2 on Jordan. Fouled out of play. Giglio gives it a look from first, but not reachable. And back to the plate goes Jordan. Back over to first goes Giglio. One-two pitch to Jordan. Wraps it over into right field past a diving Kyle Hibb.
Ray Jordan on the hit. Brings up left fielder number 5, Ellis Yan.
Couple of ace runners on for Ellis Yan. Yan 1 for 2 in the game, singled in the 2nd. Popped out to center field in the 3rd. Lights beginning to come on, but we are still about an hour or so away from sunset. But in foul by Yan. Logan Johnson on deck. Top of the 4th in an 8-5 game. Nick's in for the starting pitcher, Sanders. Brock, who started for the Govs, worked the 3rd. We anticipate him in the 4th. This is the busiest of the 4 days of the tournament. And when you get here for the D1 tournament, it is a heck of a lot busier. Got about 3 or 4 four-game days. And it's foul tipped by Jan into the mid of Miller.
Jan goes down and strikes round 1. And it brings up center fielder number 3, Logan Johnson.
1 out for Logan Johnson. And though the season is coming to an end, we're at the end of the regular season, into the conference tournaments in JUCO. Now we're close to wrapping up our baseball coverage. In about a week, we'll start GCAA coverage. In a week and a half, ACCC D1. In about 3 weeks, start of all that summer play in the Showcase Series. And that will run for 10 weeks. Into the dirt with the next pitch. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And another pitch missing from Nix. Came into the ball game in the 3rd. Gave up a double to Cavs and then got Wilmot to fly out. Gives up singles to Ash and Jordan in the 4th and strikes out Jan. That is floated towards Robinson in right field. He'll make the catch and runners will hold.
Number 25, Jake Smith.
2 gone for Jake Smith. Jake Smith with a single in the 2nd, a fly out to 2nd in the 3rd. Hit to Anderson, and he'll go the quickest route to an out to 2nd. 2 runners stranded, nobody scores off a pair of base hits. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th, bottom of the order for Bishop State.
In 1995, the Alabama Baseball Coaches Association has held its annual Coaches Convention, where up to 450 high school and college coaches gather to learn more about their craft from some of the best coaches in Alabama and the country. The annual awards banquet is also held during the convention, where standout high school and college players and coaches from the past season are honored for their success. The banquet's highlight occurs when the new Hall of Fame class is inducted and the Distinguished Service Award recipient
On the 4th, left fielder Denny Fascio.
Don't forget, want to watch this later, we can fix you up. Go to the website, JockJive.com. And there is a link right there on the front page. Yeah, there's a little bitty cost involved, but it gives you a year's worth of access to not just ACCC baseball, but all of the stuff that we do. Inside pitch. And if you want downloads, email us. We'll fix you up there too. All included in the cost. Mazio ground into the 4-3. That happened in the first inning, leading off the fourth in an 8-5 game. 2-1 pitch. One hop to second. Smith goes to first.
Round one. Now your batter's first baseman, number 24.
One out for Parker Giglio. Giglio did not make a lot of appearances in the regular season. Played in 12 games, 24 at-bats, 6 hits. Had one of each, a home run, a triple, and a double. 7 RBIs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, hit .250. And that one will get out of play. Darnell gives it a look to the fence. Yesterday in the Central Alabama Bishop State game, the first baseman was Brody Hinton. But Giglio playing first in this one. Three and one on Giglio. Here's the Dewey Brock pitch. That's sailing away from center fielder Logan Johnson, and on his way to second with a one-out double is Giglio. His second double of the year.
Now we're back to the top of the order. Number 17, Jet Wolf.
Jet Wolf coming to the plate. Jet Wolf singled and walked. Brandon Davis is on deck. Top of the order in the top of the fifth for Wallace Dothan. High and away with a pitch to Jet Wolf. Popped up right side, back onto the grass. We'll go Jake Smith. He'll make the catch, and there's 2 gone.
And the batter's third baseman, number 6, Brandon Davis.
Brandon Davis next. Hit by a pitch and scored a run as part of that 4-run first. And then hit into the 4-6-3 double play in the second. Winner of this tournament goes on to play the Region 8 winner in a best 2 out of 3 series. And this year will be played in Florida. Next year will be played in Alabama. And I'm making the assumption it is at the home diamond for the winning team in Region 8 this year. Region 22 next year. So it'll be a neutral site. Will not be on a particular diamond that gives one team an advantage over the other. So they'll have a neutral site played within the region, I would assume. Of course, you see where assuming got me earlier. But I would assume it is in a, so it will be in the area. It may not necessarily be a Region 8 ballpark. And in a year, it will be in Alabama. And probably a Region 22 ballpark somewhere. Count even at 2, couple of balls, couple of strikes. 2 are gone, base runner on, bag 2. And is the World Series still played in D2 in Enid, Oklahoma? So it is David Allen Memorial Ballpark, Enid, Oklahoma, which is the wheat-producing capital of the world. That's a boot by first baseman Warwick Wilmot. And it allows Giglio to get the game within 2.
Number 13, catcher Ethan Miller.
Runner at first in an 8-6 game, with Ethan Miller coming to the plate. So the district will be played against the Region 8 winner in Palatka at St. John's River. And it will happen on the 10th and 11th. Or I guess could just be the 10th, depending on who wins on the 10th. If you have a split on the 10th, you play the decisive game on the 11th. And again, that's an assumption, is that? So it is a single game first day. Might have a 3-game event, but it's in that week, that 10-11 range. And of course, none of these teams at the moment worried about where they might be on May 10th, 11th, and 12th. Trying to win games here in Oxford. That is muscled towards center field. Drops in as a base hit for Ethan Miller, and scampering to third, Brandon Davis. Runners on the corners for Reed Wilson. Reed Wilson, 2 doubles in the game. Double in the first, double in the third. Drove in a couple of runs and scored a couple of runs. Floats that one towards center field. Logan Johnson comes in, makes the catch. And 2 are stranded. Another run in. Wildcats whittling away at the lead as we head to the 5th.
University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Decades of experience in distance learning. Empowering students of all ages. More than 90 degree and certificate programs to advance your career. UA Online. Flexible, affordable, legendary. Let your computer be your campus. Visit online.ua.edu.
Well, I'm not sure what the issue is over at first, but I believe that is Parker Giglio going to a knee as some trainers from the nearby medical tent have gone over to check on the Bishop State first baseman. He went to a knee, and now the trainer for Bishop State escorting Giglio to the dugout. Giglio had a double and came in and scored a run in that fourth inning of play, and I don't know if there was something that happened on the base path. He definitely made some dives into a bag or two, but obviously was wobbly and is going to come out of the ball game. Brody Hinton will come in.
Brody Hinton will come into the game for the Wildcats.
So Parker Giglio out, Brody Hinton in to play first. Brody Hinton, the starting first baseman in yesterday's game for Bishop State. And an unexpected turn with Giglio coming out of the ball game. And he will be tended to in the dugout. And I don't know that Brody Hinton has been tested, period, yet. He didn't get many warm-up tosses, and there was no first baseman routine in between innings because it was expected that Giglio would be playing first. But Hinton now in as we go back to the top of the order. Kason Eubanks to the plate. Eubanks singled, walked, and singled innings 1, 2, and 3. Back to the plate in the fifth. Sean Darnell moving to the on-deck circle. Two-one pitch. Over into the dugout at third, belonging to Bishop State. 8-6 game here in the top of the fifth. 90 minutes into the contest. We've had a game yesterday that went nearly 3 hours, one today that went more than 3. Stopped by Davis, hops up, fires, can't get it there quite in time. Eubanks with a leadoff single.
Now your batter's number 17, Sean Darnell.
I got the lowdown on the district matchup between the Region 22 and the Region 8 winner. It is a single 9-inning game a day. So either 2 or 3 days of baseball in Palatka. between the Region 8 and the Region 22 winner, all vying for the right to go play in Oklahoma. Downtown Enid, by the way, although Enid's not a huge place. Got 4,000 seat David Allen Memorial Ballpark. Count even at 1 on Sean Darnell. Line right at Anderson. Quick throw over and got the double play. Anderson knew where he was going immediately. He knew before the ball was there that Eubanks was likely off the bag. And he'll pick him off at first. Just out of Hip's reach into right field and a 2-out Brody Capps single.
Capps on the hit. And the batter's number 44, Warwick Wilmot.
Base runner on for Warwick Wilmot. Wilmot with a sac fly to center, a single, and a fly out to right. Grayson Ash is on deck. And it's popped up left side. Bazio trying to track it down before running into a brick wall. Wilmot sacrificed in the first, singled in the third, flew out in the third as well. Count even at 1. Top of the 5th in a 2-run game. First of 2 elimination games. Enterprise State, LBW coming up somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 p.m. Maybe a little later than 8 o'clock. Hit to Davis at third. He'll whip it over to first. Get the out of Wilmot on the 5-3. 2 hits, but 1 stranded. Nobody scores. The bottom of the 5th we go in an 8-6 game.
Leading off the inning.
Bottom of the fifth gets underway. Kyle Hipp will start it. Got a new pitcher on the hill. That is Caleb Mufaleno, who is now pitching. Mufaleno came into the ball game earlier today. I want to think is a runner. Now pitching. Wrap to Eubanks. And goes to first to get Hipp on the 6-3.
Right fielder, number 42, Rashad Robinson.
So Brock will wind up working a total of 4 innings and facing 22. Did not have a strikeout in his 4 innings of work. As Mufaleno gets that one by Robinson. 0-1. Two walks, 8 hits, 6 runs given up by Brock. And hands it over to Mufaleno, making his 11th mound appearance. Started 3 games in the regular season, 1 win, 1 loss, 1 save. 17 2/3 innings of work, 17 hits given up, 19 runs, 17 earned, 18 walks and 24 strikeouts. Allowed a single home run, and the ERA sitting on 8.66. There's a Rashad Robinson base hit, able to get it past Darnell.
Now you've got a shortstop number 2, A.J. Johnson.
A.J. Anderson coming to the plate. He's hit a single that drove in 2 and hit into a double play. And may hit into, nope, won't even get 1. Thought he might have hit into a double play here. It looked like there might have been a little lighting issues. And now you got Eubanks shading his eyes. Anderson going to be credited with a base hit. That sun creating issues that allowed Anderson to get the base hit. Delayed steal by Anderson after the stolen base from Robinson. And a couple of runners in scoring position. And Coach Eiley going out to have a conversation with Mufaleno. He has faced 3 and given up 2 hits in an elimination game. Vinny Bazio 0 for 2 in the game. Has a pair of 4-3 ground outs. One represented the last out of the first. The other represented the first out of the fourth. Oh, 0-1 on Bazio. Low pitch to even the count at 1. Tying run aboard at second. The lead could be cut in half if Robinson comes in. Little check swing by Bazio. Brody Hinton is on deck. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It is sent out of play. One-two offering. Fouled away. And the at-bat continuing for Bazio. Wallace Dothan in the 6th has Ash, Jordan, and Yon coming to the plate. 1-2 pitch. Bazio awaits. Outside. 2-2. Two-two offering. It's high, 3-2. Bazio, 12 walks, 21 strikeouts, a .287 hitter on the year. Payoff pitch for Mufaleno. And there's two gone. Mufaleno picking up his first strikeout of the game. And it is the first strikeout for Governor pitching. Make that Brody Hinton coming to the plate. Brody Hinton, 155 hitter coming into the day, was the starting pitcher in last night's game. I make that starting first baseman for Bishop State in yesterday's game. Came into the game when Parker Giglio apparently suffered some kind of health-related issue and came out of the ball game. And now Hinton hitting for Giglio. Oh, 2 pitch. And it stays 0-2. Mid part of the order to the plate when you get the 6th underway for Wallace Dothan. Hinton strikes out. And the 2 runners are stranded. Still a 2-run lead for Wallace Dothan as we head to the 6th.
In 1995, the Alabama Baseball Coaches Association has held its annual Coaches Convention, where up to 450 high school and college coaches gather to learn more about their craft from some of the best coaches in Alabama and the country. The annual awards banquet is also held during the convention, where standout high school and college players and coaches from the past season are honored for their success. The banquet's highlight occurs when the new Hall of Fame class is inducted and the Distinguished Service Award recipient is
Laying off the top of the 6th for Wallace Dothan, number 7, catcher Grayson Ash.
Top of the sixth, mid part of the order, Grayson Ash starts it. He's walked, singled, and ground out to third. 1 for 2 in the game. That is hit well towards left field, but it looks like there's room. And the catch will be made by Bazio.
Designated hitter, number 19, Reed.
So one away for Ray Jordan. Jordan 2 for 3 in the game. Couple of singles and a run scored. High first pitch to Jordan. Elysian on deck. Brett Nix came into the ball game in the third. Still in the game in the sixth. And when you look at the Knicks numbers, 26 innings in 11 appearances. So that is about 2.5 innings per appearance. He is working on his nearly third inning in relief and working towards his fourth. So certainly the longer tenure than average for Brett Nix. Walk given to Jordan.
Jordan calls the walk. Now your batter's number 5, left fielder Ellis Young.
Ellis Young coming to the plate. Got a base runner in first. Jan singled, flew out, struck out. 1 for 3 in the game. A little bit outside with a pitch to Jan. Logan Johnson is on deck. Just about 2 hours of baseball in this one, 1 hour and 52. Into the strike zone, even counted 1 on Jan. Who will be the first to go of the field of 6? Either Wallace, Dothan, or Bishop State. And the Wildcats have just checked with their pen to make sure their reliever is ready to go. So if Nix is not able to finish the 6th, got somebody ready. Davis going to second to get the lead runner. Throw to first, will not get 2. But the 5-4 will get 1.
Jordan's out at second. On the second out. Now your batter's number 3.
2 gone for Logan Johnson. Johnson with a strikeout, a walk, and a flyout. Jake Smith to the on-deck circle. Hunted foul by Johnson. Well, let's see what James Hattenstein may be asking. Well, are they suggesting maybe that it hit off him in fair territory? Maybe that was the question mark. But if that be the question, the answer was no, and staying at the plate is Johnson, and sends it foul. Nothing in 2 on Johnson with 2 gone and a base runner at first. That is floated into center field.
Johnson on the hit. That brings up number 25, second baseman
Couple of base runners on for Jake Smith. Jake Smith with a single, a fly out to second, a ground out to short. 1 for 3 with a run scored. High with the first pitch to Smith. Top of the order is on deck. And is popped up towards Jet Wolf in center field. He'll make the catch. And Smith flies out. And just like the Wildcats did in the bottom of the 5th, Gums doing the top of the 6th. Leave 2 stranded.
Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th for Bishop State, number 17, Jet Wolf.
Bottom of the 6th, first pitch. Underneath Eubank Smith into center field, and Jet Wolf on to begin the Bishop State 6th. Brandon Davis to the plate. We started the game off in the 2nd inning talking about all the base hits, 20 plus in each game thus far. This one may have more than any other. Currently got a total of 26 between the two teams. Brandon Davis hit by a pitch, hit into a double play, reached on an error. Ethan Miller on deck. Top of the order to the plate in the top of the 7th for Wallace Dothan, as that is fouled away by Davis. Time asked for, Jet Williams airing up the tires, lacing up the cleats. And he's ready to go. Back into the box steps Davis. Lou Falano, who came into the ball game an inning ago, Gave up a couple of hits in the 5th inning and has given up a hit here in the 6th. But has not allowed a run. 2-2 pitch on the inside part of the plate.
Davis goes down on strikes, round 1. And you got his catcher, number 13, Ethan Miller.
1 out for Ethan Miller. Miller was sacrificed, a single, and sandwiched in between was a ground out to short. Reed Wilson on deck. That's thrown away by Mufaleno. Wolf will go to second. So the Mufaleno throwing error sending Wolf 90 feet closer. Tying run at the plate here in the bottom part of inning number 6. Ethan Miller, 1 home run this year. 19 RBIs. The sophomore hitting .354. Pops this one up on the infield. Wilmot backs off, and making the catch is Jake Smith from second.
Catch, round 2. And your batter's designated hitter, number 9, Reed Wilson.
2 gone from Reed Wilson. Wilson 2 doubles and a flyout. Double in the first and brought in 2. Doubled in the third and came in and scored, popped out to center field, representing the last out on the 4th. Oh, 1 pitch, strike 2 on Wilson. Charging into field on the backhand, that is Smith. Over to first with a throw and able to get Wilson on the 4-3. 1 runner stranded, 1 base hit. Nobody has scored, and we go to the 7th inning in an 8-6 game.
In 1995, the Alabama Baseball Coaches Association has held its annual Coaches Convention, where up to 450 high school and college coaches gather to learn more about their craft from some of the best coaches in Alabama and the country. The annual awards banquet is also held during the convention, where standout high school and college players and coaches from the past season are honored for their success. The banquet's highlight occurs when the new Hall of Fame class is inducted and the Distinguished Service Award recipient is
Leading off the top of the 7th for Dothan, number 2, Kason Eubanks.
Top of the 7th, first pitch fouled off by Kason Eubanks. Sean Darnell, Brody Capps due up in the inning 2. Nothing in 2 on Eubanks. First pitch fouled away. Pitch number 2 on the outside part of the plate. A little bit inside with the offering to Kason Eubanks. Ground to Anderson, backhands it short, goes to first. Eubanks out number 1.
Number 17, third baseman, Sean Darnell.
Darnell with a single in the first, a fly out to center field in the second, singled again in the third, and lined out to short in the fifth. Shoved over towards third, but fouled by Darnell. He had a couple of strikes on the 2-hitter with 1 away. Here in the top of the 7th. Darnell had a single in the first, a sacrifice in the second, single in the third. Lifts this one towards Jet Wolf in center field, and Darnell is out number 2.
Number 4, right fielder Brody Capps.
2 gone for Brody Capps. And we'll get past a diving Davis and a 2-out Capps single.
Brings up number 44, first baseman Warwick Wilmot.
Base run report for Warwick Wilmot. Wilmot with a sack, a single, a fly out, and a ground out. He is 1 for 3 in the game. With an RBI and a run scored, Grayson Ash to the on-deck circle. Hit to Anderson. He'll field, whip it to first, and Wilmot is out on the 6-3. 1 hit, 1 runner stranded, nobody scores. To the bottom of the 7th we go in a 2-run game. One more reminder, if you want to watch the game later, we can fix you up. Go to the website. There's a link right there on the front page of the website that will give you access to our premium channel. And when you've got access to the premium channel, you have got access to everything we do. Yes, there is a tiny little fee. I'm trying to think what costs $25 these days. It's not a trip to Walmart. You cannot go to Walmart anymore without spending $50 or $75. Can't go out and eat anymore. I mean, you can pull into a Wendy's and it costs you $30. You're going, what do you eat? Well, I'm talking about being the white. So for $25, you get a year's worth of access and then unlimited downloads if you'll email us. Tell us what game you want and we'll send it to you. Kyle Hipp in the bottom of the 7th. Still a 2-run game. It became a 2-run game in the bottom of the 4th. And it is still a 2-run game in the bottom of the 7th. Fouled away by Kyle Hipp. Hipp with a walk, a single, and a ground out. 1 for 2 in the game. Into the dugout over at third. Wallace Dothan in the 8th, sending 5, 6, and 7 to the plate. Mufaleno. That's a little bit off the strike zone. Behind Kyle Hipp. It was a hip dip to get out of the way. One-two pitch. And out will go Hipp. That is the 4th strikeout of the game for Mufaleno. And there is one away for Rashad Robinson. Robinson may be one of the best I have seen in a while at the JUCO level in covering ground out in right field. He covers a lot of territory and gets to stuff that others can't. High fly ball by Robinson, shallow left. Onto the grass goes Eubanks, he'll make the catch.
Brings up shortstop number 2, A.J. Anderson.
2 gone for A.J. Anderson. Anderson, a couple of singles, hit into a double play. A matchup between a couple of teams that now have a couple of guys playing at Alabama. As a matter of fact, these two teams 1 year ago had Cade Snell as a Governor and Gage Miller as a Wildcat. And now you got Gage Miller, the starting third baseman at Alabama, that's just torching the SEC. And Cade Snell has really stepped it up here of late. Batting around 280. Close to 300 for Alabama. So when JUCO's in the neighborhood, by the way, you might want to check it out. Got some great talent. And just those 2 guys alone representing the quality, the level of talent that you see at the JUCO level. A couple of D1 SEC guys that were playing on this diamond a year ago. Over to first goes Anderson, and it's scooped by Wilmot. 7 innings done, we go to the 8th in an 8-6 game.
Leading off the top of the 8th inning for Wallace Dothan, number 7, Grayson Ash.
Top of the 8th underway as Grayson Ash will start it. Ray Jordan and Ellis Young, 2 up in the inning 2. I think my graphics said the top of the 7th. We have already wrapped up the 7th. Going to the 8th. Ash a walk, a single, a fly out, a ground out. 1 for 3 in the game. Brent Nix, who came into the ballgame way back in the 3rd inning. Still on the hill in the 8th. That is out of the park, but foul. And the count even in 2. One final in the majors. Royals have beaten the Tigers 8-zip. Another one ground foul. This one over towards Coach Eiley. Coaching 3rd. Number of games in progress. Orioles 2-1 over the A's. Top of the 5th. Bottom of the 3rd. Dodgers already a 7-zip lead over the Blue Jays. Cubs 3-1 over the Red Sox. Bottom of the 4th. Also in the bottom of the 4th, Cards 4-zip over the Mets. End of 1, Marlins with a 1-zip lead over the Nationals. Actually, that's at the end of 4. Not sure where I got the 1. Midway through 4. Guardians 1-zip over the Braves. That is a fair ball in between Davis and the chalk. Ash on his way to 2nd, and he'll get there standing.
Starts the inning off with a double. That brings up number 19, designated hitter, Ray Jordan.
Ray Jordan coming to the plate. He is 2 for 3 in the game. Rays and White Sox no score in the 3rd. Reds Rangers just underway. Yankees 1-zip over the Brewers in the top of the 1st. Ellis Young is on deck, bottom of the 8th, bottom of the order for Bishop State. 8, 9, and then 1. I have not checked on the NFL draft. I think it's just underway in day number 2. How many quarterbacks? 6. Went in the first 12 picks yesterday. But in foul by Jordan and a 2-strike count. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Jordan. He struck out in the 1st, singled in the 3rd and 4th, walked in the 6th. Count even at 2 on Jordan. Two offering. It is floated towards center field. Jet Wolf is there. Makes the catch. Let's see if Ash tags. He won't. One out for Ellis Yawn.
Now your batter's number 5, left fielder, Ellis Yawn.
Ellis Yawn with a single in the second, a pop out to center field in the third. Struck out in the fourth and ground out in the sixth. Logan Johnson on deck. One offering to Ellis Yawn. Got a base runner at second. Takes a strike on the inside part of the plate. One-two pitch. Right up the middle and right over Nix. Rounding third, Ash. He'll come in to score. The lead goes to 3. That is the first run that is plated since the 4th inning. And the first one for the Governors since the 3rd, since that inning in which they hit around, scoring 5 and bringing 10 to the plate. Logan Johnson struck out, walked, popped out, and singled in innings 2, 3, 4, and 6. Got a base runner at first, one runner in, one runner gone. Floating towards Rashad Robinson in right field. Looks like he's got room. He'll make the catch on the warning track. And there's 2 gone for Jake Smith. Vazio, Hinton, and Wolf when you get to the 8th for Bishop State. Low inside pitch to Smith. 1 for 3 in the game. Let's see if every Governor has had a hit. Eubanks, Darnell, Capps, Wilmot, Ash, Jordan, Yon, Johnson, and Smith. Yep. Two-0 pitch to Jake Smith. And there are only 2 Wildcats that don't have a base hit. So of the 18 starters, 16 between the 2 teams with at least a hit. Walk given to Smith.
Smith draws the walk. And we're back to the top of the lineup with number 2, Jason.
A couple of runners on, and let's see if that's it for Nix. And based on the fact that his teammates are coming out to form a line of high and low 5s, I think that will do it for Brett Nix. The new Bishop State pitcher when we come back.
frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
The new pitcher is Ryan Kelly. Ryan Kelly making his 13th appearance of the year. He did start 3 games, otherwise 10 out of the pen. 1-2 with 1 complete game, worked 22 1/3 innings. 34 hits given up, 20 runs, 17 earned. 6 walks, 11 strikeouts, a home run allowed, a .685 ERA. Takes over for Britt Nix. Nix, what a job. For a guy that typically averages an inning and a half or so, worked a total of 5. Faced 25, struck out 1, walked 2, scattered 10 hits, but only allowed a single run, but is responsible for the 2 runners on. Two-one count on Case and Eubanks. Grounds it to Davis, backs up to field, whips it to second. And Eubanks hits into the 5-4. 2 stranded, 1 comes in. We head to the bottom of the 8th with Bosio, Hinton, and Wolf coming up.
In 1995, the Alabama Baseball Coaches Association has held its annual Coaches Convention, where up to 450 high school and college coaches gather to learn more about their craft from some of the best coaches in Alabama and the country. The annual awards banquet is also held during the convention, where standout high school and college players and coaches from the past season are honored for their success. The banquet's highlight occurs when the new Hall of Fame class is inducted and the Distinguished Service Award recipient
Left fielder Vinny. Basio.
Bottom of the 8th, Vinny Basio starts it. Brock Hinton and Jet Wolf 2 up in the inning 2. First pitch sent to right, and there the catch will be made by Brody Capps.
Capps on the catch, brought 1. Now batting number 12, Brody Hinton.
Brody Hinton, who came into the game for Parker Giglio and struck out on the 5th, back to the plate in the 8th. Top of the order on deck. Fouled away by Hinton. Two, 3, and 4 to the plate in the top of the 9th. Bishop State, though, does not want there to be a 3-run deficit to overcome in the 9th. Trying to chip away at the lead here. Had a 3-run lead after 1. And then that 5-run third inning gave Wallace Dothan the lead, a lead they have not relinquished. Wildcats got to within 2, stayed within 2 until the top of the 8th. So from the bottom of the 4th to the top of the 8th, it was a 2-run game. Another shot to right for Brody Capps.
Capps on the catch. We're out 2. Now we're back to the top of the lineup. Number 17,
And 2 gone for Jet Wolf. A couple of singles, a walk, and a fly out to second for Jet Wolf. Mufaletta, too, like Nix, working beyond what he typically works. If you take the appearances and the number of innings worked this year. Mufaletta is now into his 4th inning of work. On the outside part of the plate, one and 2 on Wolf, who singled in the 1st, singled in the 6th. In between, a walk in the 2nd and a fly out to second in the 4th. Outside with the Mufaletta offering. There have been 4 Governor strikeouts, and they've all been by Mufaletta. Two pitch. Even count at 2. Here's the Mufaletta offering. Ground to Eubanks. Fields it short. And got the out at first. 6-3 goes the putout. 1-2-3 go the Wildcats. We have played 8 and have the 9th coming up.
Leading off the top of the ninth, Wallace Dothan, number 4. Number 17, Sean Darnell.
Top of the ninth, Sean Darnell will start it. By the way, we can put the finishing touches too on the Brett Nix time on the mound. 5 innings, 25 faced, 1 strikeout, 2 walks, 9 hits, and a total of a run. And Ryan Kelly, who came in and finished the 8th. Now taking on the Governors in the 9th. In a 2-hour, 37-minute contest. Which really, when you consider that we've had out of the prior 4 2-3-hour plus games, not that bad. Still get, of course, still have the 9th though to take care of, which means we will creep towards 3. Payoff pitch. Hip grabs it at second, goes to first. And there is one away.
Your batter number 4, Brody Caps.
Brody Caps to the plate. Caps has not been an out in this game. He has walked and then singled the rest of the way. Walked in the first, singled in the second, third, fifth, and 7th innings. Count even at 1 on Caps. One pitch. Too low, 2-1. Bishop State will try to rally in the 9th with Davis, Miller, and Wilson. Count even at 2 on Caps. Win and you hang around at least till tomorrow. Playing a 2 o'clock game. Lose and I guess if you want to, you can go home. Want to stay and watch some great baseball? That's okay too. Caps will strike out. First Ryan Kelly strikeout. It is the 4th for Bishop State pitching. And there's 2 away for Warwick Wilmot. Into the strike zone to Wilmot. 1 for 4 in the game. Sacrifice to center, singled in the 3rd, and then flew out and ground out twice. 0-2 pitch. That was close. Missed the outside part of the plate. 1-2 pitch. Hips got it at second. And 1-2-3 go the Govs in the top of the 9th.
Third baseman Brandon Davis.
Bottom of the ninth, Brandon Davis starts it. Ethan Miller and Reed Wilson due up in the inning two. Davis has been hit by a pitch, ground into a double play, reached on an error, and struck out. That is a foul ball, but barely. Nearly extra bases for Brandon Davis. Ethan Miller on deck. 0-2 on Davis. Able to fight it off, stay alive, 0-2. Enterprise State and LBW in the game coming up. LBW, the home team in the last game of the night. So that means they will be situated over on the third base side. Enterprise State will man the first base dugout. Foul back to the screen by Brandon Davis, who was hit by a pitch in the first, grounded into the double play in the second. Reached on an error in the fourth, and struck out in the sixth. Outside with the offering, 1-2. One-two pitch. And the battle continuing between Davis and Mufaleno. How about another fouled off pitch? Davis, more plate appearances than any other Wildcat. A 387 hitter, was flirting with 400 at the end of the year. Outside with a pitch. Count evens at 2. More hits than any other Wildcat. Number 2 on the team in doubles with 9, 18 RBIs. 2-2 pitch into the strike zone. And Davis, who does not strike out often, does here. One out for Ethan Miller. Governors 2 outs away from getting to Saturday in hopes of avenging that loss earlier today. First pitch called strike to Ethan Miller. 1-2, already losing a game. 2 teams that got byes. And now, for all practical purposes, the byes don't mean a thing. Gave both teams what seemed like a pretty distinct advantage. But with early tournament losses, it's about even in the concern about pitching. Popped up by Miller. And behind the plate, the catch is made by Grayson Ash.
Round 2. Now batting for Bishop, designated hitter number 9, Reed Wilson.
It is up to Reed Wilson. Reed Wilson with a couple of doubles in the game. They came early. Back-to-back at-bats. In the first and third were doubles. At-bats in the fourth and sixth were outs. A fly out and a ground out. Count goes even at 1 on Wilson. This is a Bishop State squad that will really have to reload, and I know most do. As that one is hit well towards right field, it is out of the park. Solo home run for Reed Wilson. Not over yet. Wilson cuts it back to 2. And brings Kyle Hipp to the plate. Second home run of the year for Reed Wilson. Kyle Hipp hit by the pitch. That'll bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Rashad Robinson. Robinson, just in case you're interested, 2 home runs. 19 RBIs on the year. 283 hitter. In this one, he has singled twice, sacrificed, and flown out. 2 for 3 in the game. He represents the tying run here in the bottom of the ninth. So a home run and a hit batsman giving new life to Bishop State. First pitch to Robinson. Too high, too far inside. Into the strike zone and the count even 1 apiece. One ball, 1 strike. There is strike number 2, 1 and 2 on Robinson. Buffalino has given up 1 home run this year. One-two pitch towards Brody Capps and right. He'll make the catch and the ball game's over. Governors live to play another game, and the season will wrap up for Bishop State.
Bishop State 7. Wallace will advance to play tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. And folks, aware of this tournament will play
29 hits between the two teams.
8 Florida winner.
17 Wallace Dothan hits, 13 stranded, 2 errors committed, 1 run in the first, 2 in the second, 5 in the third, and they added 1 more in the 8th. Bishop State, 12 hits, 7 left on. one error. 4 runs in the first, a run each in the third, fourth, and ninth. And there is your final score. Wallace Dothan will play at 2 tomorrow, and we'll find out who they play in the matchup coming up, Enterprise State and LBW. Thanks for watching. We'll see you a little after 8 o'clock. Okay, maybe a little more after 8, like 8:20, 8:30. Final game of the day, Enterprise State and LBW for the ACCC and JockJive. I'm Robert Williamson. So long, everybody.